What's up, guys? This is your boy Montre, and haven't made a few videos in a while, and that's because I've been watching videos. I've been watching what you guys have been talking about. I've been observing you. I've been listening to people. I've been reading comments. I've been checking videos out. The Mandela Effect and parallel realities, and what are other people's thoughts on this? And I've come to one conclusion. Not everything is a Mandela Effect. I want to say that because I think a lot of people can't see the forest for the trees. A lot of people are getting too caught up in every little thing, every little detail. Now, I understand that there are some things that are Mandela Effects that I won't even see because I may be more native to one reality than the next. And yet and still, I see a lot of people because there seems to be a big rush and a big wave of new people, which is okay, because what that means, it means that more and more people are waking up and they're seeing that something is happening. So the bigger picture here is not that Mandela Effect, that the Mandela Effect is happening, but it's the fact that the Mandela Effect has happened and that something is going on and that we need to be more conscious about, not that it's happened, but why is it happening? So with this idea, we need to understand what are the causes of it. And I've seen a few other people try to explain it, and this is where we get the D-Wave computer. This is where people have talked about parallel realities. We've gone deeper into trying to figure these things out. So instead of looking for every little change in a logo or every little change in a name, or gee, I don't remember that person being that way or this person. Okay, I get it. You can look for days. We know that something's happened. Everybody's already aware of that. If you don't know, then back up and ask yourself why, do more investigation. Start back at one. But if you figured out that things have been changing, what else are you looking for? What other proof are you looking for? Are you looking for things to argue and debate about? If that's the case, if your only point of investigating the Mandela Effect is to debate with other people or to find things to prove other people wrong, you've totally missed the point of this. The Mandela Effect is happening because there's this great awakening happening with people. Now look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the forest. Right now we have, we're in the Trump era of people following Trump and people who don't like Trump. The whole world is looking at America and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. The biggest thing right now is what has been the biggest thing that people are talking about: fake news. People are very concerned about what's true and what's not true. More so now than ever. What is real and what is not real. Isn't that what the Mandela Effect is really about? And not these alternative truths. You see, reality is about what you create. We have the ability to create reality. Because as you can see, there are people who are creating these alternative realities that they want people to believe, and they can actually make people believe these realities because they say it to be true. So here you have a group of people who are creating a reality, creating a new truth per se. And people are saying, well, no, this is not factual. So all fact is thrown to the curb because now we live in this reality where people just can say whatever they want to say. They can say that there was a massacre in Sweden and it's okay, and everybody's like, what? And maybe in Trump's world, and maybe in Trump's reality, maybe he remembers some type of Sweden massacre. I don't know. I don't know what the man believes. But we're living in this age and period where anything can become real. You have to open your mind to this. You have to open your mind that reality is this observable thing that can be manipulated. And the question is, are you going to sit back and observe, or are you going to be a creator and start creating your reality? Kind of like that Britney Spears song, there's only two type of people in this world: the ones that entertain and the ones that observe. You got to excuse my singing, all right? I wasn't ready to do that. It's okay. But my point being is that in this world that we have now, the bigger picture is that people are focused on what is real. What is reality? There is the reality that we see, and then there's the conscious reality that we know or we believe. Which one is more real? Is it the conscious reality, or is it the tangible reality that we see in front of us. Quantum physics is like the physical reality is just merely these light impressions in your mind that your mind is interpreting as real. And then we move into a virtual reality where we can manipulate the brain by changing what we see and hear. And when you put this on, you trick the brain into thinking that you're actually someplace where you're actually not. So virtual reality is becoming more and more popular these days, and I figure my prediction is that within the next 5 to 10 years, virtual reality will be an everyday part of our lives. There have been some side effects to virtual reality, and I know I'm going off on a tangent, but here it is. People have been saying that the more that they use virtual reality, the more they're able to lucid dream, the more that it feels like they can't tell the difference between their dreams and if they're actually awake. So, which goes back to me thinking, how do we know that we're not in some big virtual reality simulation and at some point we forgot? How do you know that your whole life hasn't been one huge virtual reality simulation and you're actually like some 80-year-old man or woman sitting in their bed trying to remember life again? What if this is all just one big installed memory like Total Recall? All right, that's just, I know it's just a little bit too much to be thinking about right now. But like I said, the Mandela Effect is a byproduct of what's happening. So don't spend all your time trying to find every little thing. Is that a Mandela Effect? Is that a Mandela Effect? Is that a Mandela Effect? That's a Mandela Effect. When something is truly a Mandela Effect, you won't have to find it. It'll just stand out to you. It'll be something that you're so emotionally connected to that you won't have a shadow of a doubt that this thing is not what it was or how you remembered it. So don't worry about it. It's not something to worry about or think about because we know that reality is shifting. That's the point. Reality has shifted. So if you're at that point in your life, I think you need to start thinking about the causes. And let's move on to bigger and better things and start realizing that you can control your reality. Because if you don't do it, then who will? Leave me a comment, subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. Watch my last video and see you later.